ID Cabasa recounts his action when Olamide left his record label. Nigerian producer and music executive ID Cabasa has recounted his former signee Olamide's exit from his record label, Coded Tunes. He made this known while appearing on the Afrobeats Podcast, where he recalled that he shed tears when the Nigerian rapper Olamide was leaving. According to ID Cabasa, he tried persuading Olamide not to leave, but eventually gave him his blessings when he insisted on parting ways. He said, and I quote, "Olamide was 13 years old when I met him. He came to my studio with a friend who wanted to feature him on a song. His friend was not good musically. Olamide was quiet and unassuming. I gave him a beat and he did 16 bars that changed everything. Olamide became more like a son to me," end quote. ID Cabasa also had it and he said, "When he was about to leave my record label, we sat down to discuss it. It was painful to me. It wasn't the pain of not wanting him to progress. It was the pain of seeing someone you love leave. I cried. I said, Olamide, you should have waited." He said, "Bros, I want to do something, and I'm sure by your code, we might not be able to do some of them. We didn't have a fight. I gave him my full blessings," end quote. Just so you know, Olamide left ID Cabasa's Coded Tune in 2012. He then went on to launch his own record label, ybnl Nation.
And definitely the rest is history. Because a whole lot of artists have come and gone under the ybnl Nation imprint. It can be painful. And I'm happy that this exit of Olamide leaving ID Cabasa wasn't that...
chaotic.
Yes, that's the word, chaotic,
messy.
like as it should be. Because this is somebody that you brought from nowhere. You decided to just put everything on him. And he tells you one day that, "Yo, bros, I want to bounce." And you're like, "And let's talk about this." Bros, the thing when I get for mind, you cannot... And we know how record label owners tend to always fight, or one way or the other try to impound their stance on those artists that want to leave their record label, and it becomes messy. I like how this one did not go messy. And ID Cabasa just coming out to say, "Oh, I cried because I'm not gonna lie, he pained me. He actually pained me." Yeah. Nice.
I mean, that's just to tell you that this was a situation of a good boss and a great signee. Over time, Olamide has also proven that he's a well-cultured man. He
that's not going to make it messy.
Yeah, he never makes it messy. You've never heard him have issues with any of his own signees.
But ybnl Princess will actually...
Yeah, that was the only
That's the only one so far.
But I mean, he has been able to leave a good imprint on all of them, and even afterwards, he's still friends, and they still do stuff together.
Yeah, and the respect till tomorrow. I was at Olamide's album listening, and ID Cabasa was around. They had to tell ID Cabasa, "Come on stage. You are part of this guy's story," which is amazing, and it's lovely to see. Dear other record label owners, yes, it can be terrible at times. It's supposed to be chaotic and messy. Kiss Daniel G Worldwide, Runtown, Dilly, who else again? There are a whole lot of that it becomes messy afterwards.
Coded Tunes was the platform that found Olamide.
Yes.
And brought him. He busted onto the scene through Coded Tunes. And at that time, ID Cabasa was the biggest producer you could work with. Coded Tunes was also working with Nice. So he had lots of talent on his plate at that time. Even now, he's still doing amazing. He's still doing amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to them.